everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and it's Tuesday, and I promised you pockets and tuck spots today for Kara Brandon Creations Jump Ahead June challenge. For week 1, we were to make tuck spots and pockets. Well, I didn't realize at the time they were to be blank, so I'm going to show you the ones that I made first and posted to the group. This is a remnant. This one and these two are remnants of the big triple pocket that we made several weeks ago for the bee journal. I decided that it was not going to fit in the book that I have found that I want to use. I'm going to be using a Reader's Digest book. So I cut this one down. I can keep this one as a side tuck. And then I made 2 of these in 2 different sizes from the pieces that I cut off of this one and made smaller tuck spots. It doesn't matter how big or how small of a square you start with. You can make any size of those tucks, okay? And here's an example. It'll tuck right in there. There's 2, there's 3. And if I were to just glue this down on 2 sides, it would also tuck in here. So I have these 2, and then I went back and I did one from another paper collection. It was from a 6x6 called Garden Impression from our All Occasions Catalog 2018-2019. And you can just see a peek of the floral in there. And then I used some bling from my stash. And this is a really interesting lacy piece that I have. That looks like it came off of a blouse, I think, but it has this honeycomb effect to it. So I used a little bit of that on the bottom, and you're going to see a bigger piece of that in a minute. And then I made these pockets from the 4x6. These 2 were made from part of a 4x6 Memories and More from out of the Memories and More card kit that matches this Designer Series paper series. And then I took a piece of the Designer Series paper and made a smaller one so that I'd have 3, 1 for each of the 3 signatures. Back them on Bumblebee cardstock. So I have a pocket here. And if I choose to only glue it on 3 sides, then I have a bigger pocket here, which is what I will probably do. And then I added in a little bit of lace and more of that bling. I wish I had more of that bling to carry it throughout the album, but I don't. And then I made these. These are from snack treat boxes. And I did the overlay with more of this netting. And then added a little bit of that gold brocade to the edge. Initially, I was going to use it as a flip, but then I remembered it was supposed to be a tuck, so I trimmed it down. Added a little 3/4 inch circle of gold foil, and then these little bees are adhesive back die cuts from the Memories and More card kit. So I have those 3, and then I have these 3, and then I have these 3, and this one. So that gave me my 10, except when I went back and read to see what we were doing for week 2 and week 3 and week 4, in week 3 we're to come back and do the embellishing on these things. They're supposed to be blank. So while I will still use these in the journal, I like the way they turned out. I have those. So then I sat down and I made 10 blank pocket and tuck spot bases. Going with the same thing, I used the Bumblebee cardstock and more of that Designer Series paper from that collection, and I made 3 of those. And again, these will glue on the bottom and the 2 sides, and then I've got a tuck here. This is glued down completely on this one. So I have 3 of those. I did them in Bumblebee, and then I did narrower ones in Cinnamon Cider. And then I did one because I was going to have 10 and everything was coming up in 3, so I had 9. I did one in blues with Pacific Point and Waves of the Ocean Designer Series paper, and I will use this one in my Dear Julie Julie Junk Journal. So there's 7. And then I have these corner tucks made from more of that Designer Series paper from this, but I hid the blues on the inside and kept the wood grain pattern on the outside so that I can do more of the embellishments. I'm trying not to do any of the blues or the lavenders in this bead journal if I can help it. So I'm trying to stick mostly to these color tones. So I have, if I glue it down in the corner on 2 sides, I'll have a tuck here, but then I'll also have a tuck here. So I'll have double tucks. So there's 3, 6, 9, 10. And I now have blank bases for the Kara Brandon Creations Jump Ahead June challenge. And I'll have something to decorate when we get to week 3. I'm probably not going to be back on here this week, but I am going to show you really quick, until we get to Friday. Friday we're going to talk, I think Friday we're going to talk about how I've changed the pages for this journal. Because remember a few weeks ago when we were working on these I had gone through and I had put pages together, but the pages that I put together are not going to fit the journal cover that I'm using. So, I've reconstructed the pages, and I will show you what I've come up with and how they're going to go together. We will do that in Friday's journal. And I will show you the tags for week 2 for Kara Brandon Creations. These are some of the 4x6 cards from that Memories of More card pack. And then I have these pages that I pulled out from a 49 and Market paper pad. You gotta have flowers if you've got bees. And these color tones work perfect with this kit. So that is it for today. We now have 20 bases. 10 are decorated, 10 are waiting for week 3. And then the papers that I'm going to be working with for the week 2, for the week 2 for the tags. And I have to make 20 tags. So, yeah, we're going to do it. We got this. So I will see you back here on Friday. Remember, we do a premiere on Fridays where we are watching the video and we are chatting in a chat room right next to the video, so you can ask questions, make any comments, suggestions of what you'd like to see me do on this channel. I will see you back here at 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time on Friday. Set your clock, and I will see you then. In the meantime, remember to like, share, and subscribe, and creative blessings.